before us, we have a chart that shows the Kenya average household disposable income and food expenditure. Sorry, I read that wrong. Freudian slip. Now, look, the average Kenyan earns around $2,257 as of 2023, I believe. World Bank statistics, Kenyan National Bureau of Statistics. Now, the average Kenyan earns just above 200,000 shillings a year, not a month, every year. So that makes about 20,000 shillings a month. And what this chart is also saying is that average Kenyan will spend about more than half, right? Let's say 10,000 shillings a month on food alone. Now, that same Kenyan, if food prices rise by 30%, he's spending almost 15,000 shillings on food. So, this is one way to show how painful it is for the pocket and in the stomach of the average Kenyan. So, but what does this leave out? What this chart leaves out is the fact that people, Kenyans, human beings, but Kenyans specifically, live in networks. You live in a network of your family, your friends. So people depend on each other. So anyone who's above this 200, you're earning, maybe you are that earning 200,000 a month, 500,000 a month. There are people who depend on you. And I'm making that as a neutral statement, not a positive or a negative. I'm not attaching any value to that, just as a matter of observation. So we rely on each other. Now, we Kenyans rely on each other, but we do not follow national matters as closely as we could, because if someone is earning that shillings a month and upwards, that means that is a very educated person. That person can easily understand. Now, if they take the time for it, you're studying, maybe you're an expert in finance, maybe you're an expert in economics and law, in whatever it is that is earning you that. You have a mind that can penetrate a bit deeper than someone who only now. Let me state this part very, very carefully. It's just one indicator of how much knowledge someone could have. But even more than that, even if someone finished a primary school education and that's where they ended, but they're earning a lot of money from all the businesses they do, I think they have some notions about the country, about life in general. They have some intuitions that can actually lead them towards a deeper understanding. Now, why am I saying all this? It's just about taking that step to care about what is going on in the country. Now, that brings us to the next problem, which I'm only going to say very, I'm going to say it in very briefly, which is, it's not that it would take 5 minutes, a very short time for Kenya to change, for country to change. Okay, you know what? I forgot the rest of the point I was going to make there, but that is a good point to stop.